So is cheese a good probiotic? When people think about probiotics, they think about yogurt, kefir, but they may not think about cheese. Cheese actually can be a good probiotic. So let's just kind of go through this. One of the points you want to make sure of is, does the cheese have live cultures? That means, does the cheese have live microorganisms? Our body has about 100 trillion microbes, most of it in our guts. And so we have this constant battle between the good and the bad bacteria. And of course, if you get an antibiotic or you eat poorly, you're going to be deficient in the good bacteria. And of course, you want to put it back in. The cool thing about cheese is it has much, much less sugar and lactose than milk, kefir, and yogurt. There's less than 1 gram. So it could be between 0.1 to 0.5 grams of sugar, which is very, very small amounts. And cheese actually gives you a good amount of protein and a good amount of calcium, which is bioavailable. So the best cheese that will give you the most probiotic would be aged cheeses that are not heated afterwards. And so if it says raw milk cheese, that would be one that would be not heated afterwards. And I always want to make sure that the cheese is organic, from grass-fed cows. I prefer European cheeses over American cheeses. And soft cheeses apparently have more friendly bacteria than hard cheeses. So here's a list of cheeses that are pretty good as far as having good bacteria. Cheddar, Parmesan, Swiss cheese, Gruyere cheese, and Gouda. And out of all the cheeses, Gouda cheese ranks #1 for having the most probiotic. Then in second place, we have Gruyere cheese. Now, another cool thing about cheese giving you a probiotic is that the protein and fat in cheese buffers the high stomach acid. So as long as the pH is 2 or higher, these microbes in cheese can survive. And lastly, I want to point out that I do consume cheese, but I make sure I don't consume too much, because there's other things in cheese that might interfere with your body. For example, there's higher levels of hormones in cheese, which can affect your prostate gland. If you have fibroids, it can make fibroids worse. If you're estrogen dominant, that can make things worse. If you have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, that can worsen things. Sometimes too much cheese can cause acne. And many people are allergic to the protein in cheese, so don't overdo it. Before you go real quick, I have a course entitled How to Bulletproof Your Immune System. It's a free course. I want you to take it. And here's why. Here's you. Here is your environment. Everyone is focused on this over here, avoiding your environment. But what about here? What about strengthening your immune system? That's what's missing. This course will show you how to bulletproof yourself, and so you can tolerate and resist your environment much better by strengthening your own immune system. I put a link down in the description right down below. Check it out and get signed up today. Hey, before